An hour ago, you were kind to a stranger. You held a door. You softened your voice for someone at the store. You were patient, warm, easy. The best version of yourself, handed freely to someone you will never see again. And then you walked through your own front door, and within minutes, you snapped at the person you love most in the world. Over nothing, a tone, a dish, a question asked at the wrong moment. If you have ever wondered why you give your worst to the people who deserve your best, and your best to people who barely matter, the answer is not that you are a bad person. It is something buried so deep in your nervous system that you have been doing it your entire life without ever seeing it. Your brain does not treat all people the same way, and the ones it treats the worst are the ones it feels safest with. Let me explain what is actually happening. All day long, without your permission, your nervous system runs a background program. Neuroscientist Porges gave it a name: neuroception. Beneath conscious thought, your body is constantly scanning every interaction for one thing. Is this safe, or is this a threat? With a stranger, a coworker, an acquaintance, the answer is always unknown. So your system stays slightly on guard. It holds you together. It keeps you polite, composed, regulated. Because on some ancient level, an unfamiliar person is a potential risk, and you cannot afford to fall apart in front of a risk. But with the people you love most, the ones who have proven over years that they will not leave, your nervous system finally reads the signal it has been waiting for all day. Safe. And the moment it registers safety, it does something you never consciously agreed to. It stops holding you together. It lets go. All the tension you regulated in front of everyone else, all the frustration you swallowed, all the exhaustion you masked, it comes out. Not because you love them less, but because they are the only place your body feels safe enough to finally stop performing. Here is the part that reframes everything. The people who get your worst are not getting your worst because they mean the least. They are getting it because they mean the most. Your bad behavior is a backhanded, painful form of trust. But wait, there is a second layer to this, and it is the one almost nobody sees. Psychologist John Gottman spent decades in a laboratory watching couples interact, predicting with startling accuracy which relationships would survive and which would not. And what he found was not that healthy couples never snapped at each other. They did, constantly. The difference was what came after. He discovered that every relationship runs on something he called bids, tiny, easy-to-miss attempts at connection. A sigh, a comment about the weather, a hand resting on a shoulder. Each one is a small question. Are you there? And every response is either turning toward that person or turning away. The couples who lasted were not the ones who never got the worst of each other. They were the ones who repaired, who turned back toward each other after the snap, who treated the rupture not as the end of the story, but as the middle of it. Because closeness was never about never hurting each other. Real closeness is what happens in the small, unglamorous moment after the hurt, when one person reaches back and the other reaches back too. Neuroscientist Feldman Barrett has shown that our nervous systems are not designed to regulate alone. We are, biologically, co-regulators. The people closest to us are literally wired into our stress response. They can calm us with a look or wound us with a word, precisely because our bodies have merged them into our own sense of safety. You snap at the people you love because your body has folded them inside your walls. They are no longer out there, being evaluated. They are in here, part of you. And we are always hardest on the parts of ourselves we trust to stay. So the next time you give your worst to someone who deserved your best, do not just drown in the guilt. Notice what it revealed. That somewhere in you, this person became safe, became home, became the one place you could finally set the weight down, and then do the thing that actually matters. Not the snap, the repair. Turn back toward them. Reach out your hand. Because the love was never proven in the moment you never lost your temper. It is proven in the moment you come back. So tell me honestly, are you someone who snaps and shuts down, or someone who snaps and rushes to repair? And who is the person your nervous system reads as home? Name them below. Let them know. Sometimes the people who get our worst have never once been told they are the reason we finally felt safe enough to fall apart.